working with agents and helping them create wealth through real estate. That's really one of my goals, is to help people change their lives, earn the income they deserve, create passive income opportunities, and really just, lead the lives they want to live and, have the freedom so they can enjoy life and not, be stuck in a 9 to 5, 40 hours a week for the rest of your life with little to show for it. So for me, it's about working hard, playing hard, and meeting good people. That's really my goal, and hopefully have a little success along the way.
Hey, Tom, can you tell us a little bit about like your experience with working with other organizations and actually like, one of your goals being to actually help develop agents and stuff? Like, can you just give a brief rundown on like the importance of like building a team in real estate? Not necessarily like a team, but just let me hear your take on it.
Absolutely. So I was vice president managing broker of Coldwell Banker's Wayne office for about 12 years. And my goal there was to, train the agents, help them grow their businesses, form teams if they want to, and really kind of goal set and figure out a business plan to create their financial freedom. So, recently I was with Keller Williams. I ran their Westchester office, and that office is primarily top teams. The largest team there does about 500 million in sales. So KW is very team focused, and it's a really good concept because it teaches you how to leverage your time and leverage your people and make a lot of money. So I'm pretty well versed in helping agents, as they get to that, $8 to $12 million mark, be able to leverage an assistant and start to grow, and make more money and free up their time. For me, I would definitely want to be listings focused, especially in this market. I think we would all agree with that. As the market continues to change a little bit, I think you're going to see things not cool down, but I think you're going to see them level off. What we've been seeing, and I'm a little more Chester County mainline areas, people are paying way too much money for homes right now. And I think it's going to come back and bite us a little bit because we're not seeing inspections and we're just seeing inflated value.
So how do we spend our time as real estate agents with maybe some more downtime? Like what are some quick action steps for us today that like, because there's a lot of stuff going on and it can be discouraging for agents and it can almost take them in a different direction instead of doubling down on where they're at. And that's where I feel like if people would just get the concept of personal development, being able to manage their time, manage their relationships, then they could actually grow their real estate business. And I think a lot of people are giving up in real estate so fast.
Yeah, I think for me, it's all about income producing activities and kind of building your schedule around that. What I tell a lot of new agents is, there's 3 ways to really be successful in real estate. And I think the first way is what you're doing right here, Justin. And I think that's social media. And I think that's taking advantage of probably the best thing out there, and preparing content and staying top of mind, because we know that works. So you have to be active on social media. Second, you really have to build that database because that database is your lifeline. That is your income stream. And the more you build it, the more you feed it, the more prosperous it becomes. And then the third piece is, that's the prospecting. That's the hard work. That's the old school, door knock, making phone calls, texting people. And, I think it's those 3 things that lead to, unrivaled success in this industry. If you can become a master at those and stay in your lanes and time block, and spend your time efficiently, uninterrupted.
Man, that's good. That's good. So with your new role at Remax, right? Because I guess the thing I'm trying to connect right here is like maybe there's some people that aren't with our brokerage and like that's the value that we give here at Remax is having like an on-call coach basically almost. Or am I going a little too far with that?
No, that's exactly what my job is. My job is to help each agent meet them where they're at and do my best to help them get to where they want to go. And that doesn't always mean make more money. That means be available, answer questions, put out fires, be a team player. Just be there when they need us is really my job and goal.
Hello. Man, thanks, Tom. Like, I really appreciate it, man, because it's like today was like a freestyle, man. And you know, it was like, man, that's real good. But real quick, I want to introduce Janice real quick. Janice, give us a brief intro and overview, because I know you got to go.
I
But
do have to
I'm
go.
looking forward to collaborating with you on Saturday. But
Sure.
just real quick, you know, the elevator pitch, as you told
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. So I'm a real estate broker. I've had my license since the 1900s, like a really long time. And I got my broker's license almost 10 years ago. So I have a brokerage in Philadelphia and my side hustle is New Jersey. But I also own and operate a real estate school. So I do pre-licensure, I do broker, and I do CE. So I can see you all in my classroom at some point. And I am also a firm believer in building your business. My approach is a little bit different. It's a little bit unconventional. And so it fits for people who don't fit the conventional approach, that doesn't work for. And so my approach is more about leading a holistic and organic business. So rather than compartmentalizing my time into sitting down and social media posting, sitting down and lead generating, sitting down and cold calling and time blocking, I teach ways where you can integrate your business into your life, which is part of what's built into the traditional model anyway. But that's the main way that I build my business, because being a woman, and the truth of the matter is that women in our culture are still almost always the default parent, the default dinner maker, the default trash taker outer, the default childcare person. And so what happens with us as women, and again, this is not all women, and I'm not throwing any shade on the men, but for most women, we have this challenge of we go out and work all day long, and then we come home and it's our second and third shift. And I will never forget sitting around the dinner table with my sons and my boyfriend, and I made dinner just like I did almost every night. And for once, they got up and cleared the table, and then they were angry because I didn't thank them. And it took a really long time for me to get through their thick heads that I shouldn't have to thank them for doing it. And the reason why they thought I did was because I'm considered the default. So by learning how to build my business organically and teaching people how to build business organically, it to me has not only caused a leveling off, like a balance, so that I don't feel that burnout, but it's also made my business and my life more joyful. It doesn't feel like work. And so a lot of what I do is organic, and it involves social media and it involves calling people, but rather than having it as a time block issue, it's more of this is how I build it into my life. This is how I start a conversation with my Uber driver and end up getting a client, right? Rather than sitting down and dialing my database. And so there's nothing wrong with those approaches, but we need to have options, don't we? We need to have options.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
yep. So
Jeez.
that is I'm sorry to go, but this was last minute, and that's my text that I have to jump onto my other call, but I will be back and I will see you guys on Saturday.
Janice, we love you. I'll see you Saturday. It was a pleasure meeting
Talk to you soon. Okay, bye.
Yeesh, man, that was some heat. Darcel, what's going on? We got Darcel in the house, my good friend.
Hey, Justin.
But yeah, let's get into it, right? So Darcel, it's and then we got Alex. What's going on, Alex? This is week 5, right? Building your team and scaling your brand. We just heard from Tom Patterson as well as Janice Benstock, and that's what we're doing. We're networking in real time. And as well, Vendela is on here. Vendela actually has a real estate team, so this is like really good. And maybe we can hear from you, Vendela, if you could give us some insight, right? Because this is kind of like open. It was for like Q&A if anybody had questions for me or Josh from some of the things we've been talking about. But can you just give us a brief intro of who you are and you know, a little bit about your team, the View Homes team?
Hi, everybody, and thanks, Justin. Yeah, I wasn't prepared to say anything. I just knew you asked us to join for question and answers. I see that Josh is here. Hey, Josh, what's up, man?
What's going on, girl? Good to see you. Good to hear you.
Thank you. Yeah, no, so a little bit about me. I am the mentor, or one of the mentors at Remax Affiliates. I started a mentorship team 2 years ago where I mentor agents who need somebody to hold their hand, similar to the stuff that Tom does, but more so on a deal-by-deal basis, where I guide them through the many facets of real estate transactions and just helping them and supporting them whenever they need some guidance. And so this year, I've been a View Homes team for a long time, but it was mainly just me, my production, being a top producer in the office, 100% club recipient at Remax for the past 5 years since I've been there. And so I have decided to do a regular team. So I currently have 3 other members on the team, and we're building that out and kind of helping them in every levels of their business as I'm able to. But one of the reasons too why I decided to build and grow with additional team members, the fact that my experience can help other people. We can all make money together. Not so much that I have to be, making so much money from other people, but just that they have guidance, support, systems and tools to help them to grow as I have grown in this business. So that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Been in the business for 14 years, been at a few different companies. Remax is my ride or die company, especially your office, because, we're able to bring home more money from our commission checks. And so, yeah, I'm happy where I'm at. I'm growing. I love our office. I'm so excited to have a general manager in place now that can help the additional agents and so as myself.
Thank you, Vendela.
So,
I
yeah,
really,
that's
appreciate that. I really appreciate that. And that's good to know though, because now as people come and even like me and my wife, right, we're going in that direction of starting a team. And there's enough people to go around, right? Like everybody might not be a good fit. So it's good to have those relationships in place, in case in any situation, right? Especially for me, like always looking at someone like you who's successful in the space, in the industry, to be able to bounce ideas off of, brainstorm and those type of things. So definitely appreciate you, Vendela. And yeah, if you want to hang out, we're gonna get into it a little more, and then we're just gonna open it up. We're on week 5. We've been talking about creating content, building our brands on social media, networking, events, and it's been a lot of like meat that we've been getting into. So I really appreciate everybody for hopping on. If you guys do have any questions, me and Josh are here. And also we'll be making some announcements on upcoming events. It would be good to see you guys, as well as
I
tomorrow.
have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
But this question would be for Josh. So Josh, do you collaborate with agents if they want to do, say, like a customer appreciation event? Is that something that your company do? Like, do you collaborate with agents to make that happen and help them to plan it and things like that?
Not a whole lot, like dedicated private event services. A lot of our events are revolving around our Real Producers platform and Wolf of Broad Street events, for the industry. I have a background, as you may or may not know, in business development and Philly real estate, and I've hosted a lot of events in collaboration with real estate agents. I usually give agents the tools that they need to do it on their own. It's not rocket science. I'm here to help and guide. But I'm a big believer in always having an event on the calendar, always having something to talk about, always having something to promote, because it lets people know what you're up to, it lets people know what you do. And if they can't make it to that event, hopefully they can make it to the next one. So to answer your question, we're not taking private clients for Wolf of Broad Street real estate events, but we do these types of collaborations to get the word out there on how to pull them off, But for you, Vendela, I can always make an exception. whatever you need, I got you.
All right, well, that's good to know. I thank you.
Of course. And congratulations on all your success, Vendela. I've seen some of your mentees, from the beginning, from their first experience at a networking function, and you somehow have a knack for attracting really sharp, hungry young people that are just, ready to go out there and get it. It's hard to find these days, so definitely commend you on that.
Thank you.
Yep.
Who else we got on here? Darcel. What's going on? Darcel, I know you came on here because you want some gems, right? Where are
Of
you at in
course.
where are you at in your business right now? What do you need help with?
Um, everything, the social media thing, I'm definitely on here to get some idea. It's not even more so ideas, it's just like motivation to get it done. Like, I'm just not a
Mm.
social media person. I know y'all hear people say that all the time, but I'm really not. I've done jobs in the past where that was really a thing for me to do. So now that I have to do it for myself, it's like, oh, I got to just give myself that extra push. But I'm just here to see like what you guys, you know, if there's anything that you do that's just like simple tips and tricks on how to just get the ball rolling, because I don't know if I was considering starting a new Instagram page, but I do have a
We-
somewhat of a following on my old page, but it's like
We went through this, Darcel.
I know,
man,
Justin, and that's exactly why I kept my page, but it's just so, it's annoying to me. It just makes you so reachable to people that you don't necessarily want to be in contact with. So my issue now is like deciphering who's here for business, who's here playing around. So it's a little bit overwhelming for me, to be honest, you know?
But and that's like, so a lot of what we're talking about, right, is like that's the purpose for events. That's the purpose for, curated content creation situations like today, right? Because if you can constantly have something to bring people to, that alone weeds people out. Because now the people you used to hang with, they really see you be for real and you're not playing around, and that's all you do. And they're either gonna join you or they're gonna disconnect and pull back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
like we talked about it in, I think, the first week, and because there was somebody that I was in contact with, I'm not going to put him on blast, but this individual had an account of 10,000 and like wanted to start a new account and did, but like, that's the account she's promoting. And it's like, to me, it's just like, I don't know, like it didn't make sense because I would leverage the heck out of the 10K, but then I get it for your personal brand and appearance, but like you can change your brand tomorrow. Like, that's
Right.
Facebook changed
Can
their
I
logo.
can I say
You know what I mean?
something to Justin once you're done?
Please. No, hop in. Go ahead.
Yes, so Darcel, and you and I talked about this before too.
Yes.
You have to zone out those people. You're now doing a different type of business, and you should be in control of your Instagram anyway. Don't allow certain people to post things that you don't want on your timeline or whatever you call that. You have to be able to ignore the comments. Don't look at them. But I mean, maybe remove the options for people to comment on your stuff if that's the case. You should not turn or kill, let me use that word, your page that you have going right now where you have the most interaction for a new page. I'm never going to recommend that. I recommend that you take control of the things that are affecting you based on those posts that those people are making. And isn't it that Instagram have a block you status or whatever feature? Block them. The people
Yeah,
that you
but
don't want creating ruckus on your page, remove them. Use the settings that are privacy settings that can help eliminate those type of people. But trust me, you can clean what you have up. If you need somebody to help you do that, then you may need that. That's what you need to talk to someone about, how to clean it up and get rid of the people that you don't need to be in there. My Facebook page, I control it. Nobody posts on my timeline. If they may send a request for it, guess who's ignoring it? I am, because your stuff is not going to show up on my page. That's my business is professionally business. So that's kind of how you're going to have to do that, and stop worrying so much about the stuff that they're saying, because you don't want to get rid of the haters either. You want them talking about you. They may be jokers and they may not want to buy real estate, but you best believe they see you posting your content and the things and your activity you're doing. They're going to talk the bad stuff about you and then say, yeah, I see her doing real estate. The person that they may be like talking about bad about you with may say, but yeah, they may like your page and say, you know what, their cell is over there doing real estate business. So you need some of that. Trust me, girl, you do. And that's my take on it.
Thanks, Mandela. Yeah, no, like I don't have any haters or anything like that. It's just like people use it for leisure so much that it's just a lot of leisure conversations. And I'm trying to have a balance, right? Because I do feel like It shouldn't just be strictly real estate. It should be some of me doing my everyday stuff and some of me like family stuff and hobbies. So I'm just trying to balance all of those out, balance everything out. That's all. And then also on top of it, I'm a private person. So it's like, okay, what am I willing to put out there and what am I not? It's just, like I totally get it though. I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick with it. I'm just here for all the advice. So I do appreciate that.
Yeah, don't overthink it. Just post what you have to post. That's all. Don't overthink it. Just post. If you control what you want to tell people, and you control what's posted on your page. So don't overthink it. Just do it how you feel, and not let it get in the way of you just constantly building and growing your business. You know what I mean? So the thing that I see a lot of people are on there doing, sometimes they're doing the things that aren't even necessary for their business. And so if you're building and growing in real estate, you have to be consistent. You have to have good content. You also have to show people the activities that you're doing. So if you're going to show properties, post that. Don't be afraid to post it, because you're a public person now that you've made yourself available for the public to do real estate.
Right.
So you have to remember that, and just don't overthink
Live in
it.
a
Just keep doing
fishbowl
what you're
now.
doing. There you go.
Darcy,
But guys, I'm gonna jump off here because I have another meeting that I'm
Mandela,
gonna
thank
get
you.
prepared for.
I really
There's a lot of good
appreciate
information.
you.
I'll jump in again next week or sometime, and look forward to the meetings. Thank you, Josh, and we'll talk.
Sounds good.
Hi,
I got an
Mandela.
Thank you,
introduction.
Mandela. We appreciate
I'm
you.
gonna follow up with you, Mandela. I got an introduction. You just reminded me. Have a good day, though.
All right, thank you.
Got it. Darcel, what's your Instagram? Is it Darcel World?
No, it's
No.
Darcel.Grant. Hey, Josh, I don't even think I was going to introduce myself. I don't think we've met. There's a couple
No.
people on here I haven't met in person.
Cool. I'm gonna
Meet the
follow.
wolf of Broad Street. You know what I'm saying? Meet the wolf.
Yeah, you got a beautiful profile. This is nice. And like Mandela was saying,
Thank you.
you show the people what you want them to see, and that's it. You don't have to be a wide open book on your social media platforms. Your activity is naturally going to attract the right type of activity, and keeping a good balance between business and personal is important. But what I say when people are having a hard time staying consistent or getting a groove with their social media postings, I suggest looking at your calendar every morning and identifying what the highlight of your day might be, whether it's going to be a closing or a showing or a business meeting or a lunch with your grandmom or whatever that highlight might be. Identify it on your calendar, envision what that picture is going to look like, think about what the caption is going to say. And when that time comes, snap the picture, drop the caption, you're done for the day. You're going to get in the habit of doing that every single day. It's going to become fun. It's going to become profitable, and you're going to want to do that more. And you're going to see what works best and what's a dud, and you're going to avoid the duds and focus on what's working best for you.
Okay.
But the activity is important. Activity creates activity. So be intentional about what you're posting, and give people the like and the reply, and just every single comment that comes through, even if it's a robot saying promote this on whatever, I always just put like a cookie symbol under that. Like, here's a cookie. I don't delete it. I just do that. And funny enough, the algorithms will still eat that stuff up. Just like the more that's going on down there. I mean, obviously, if it's anything that's going to mess your day up or your business up, you delete it. But
Right.
I think just getting in the habit of doing that, it'll help you to make it more of a routine, and then you could, kill two birds with one stone and have it tied to your Facebook and let it post to your Facebook from your Instagram profile and things like that.
Got it. Thank you, Josh. That's a great tip. And what's today? Monday? I'm going to start that today.
Cool.
One post a day, highlight of the day. Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, awesome. And like, I got my notepad here that I've had for years. I get the moleskin notepads from Staples, and every day gets 2 pages. You got the right side of the page, which is your to-do list, and the left side of your page is your scrap notes. It works for me. I got a drawer full of these notepads, and whatever doesn't get done today gets done tomorrow, just transitions to the next page. But maybe I have something that I know is going to be popping on Friday that I want to post about. On Friday's page, I'm gonna put social media, you know, whatever it is, just so you already got that checkbox done for the day, you know.
Gotcha. And
Yeah.
Josh, are you and Justin, you guys do this particular, I know you guys switch up the topics, or is this something Justin's doing every week? Just, because I feel like I missed a couple of these.
Yeah, they're all recorded. This is week 5 of 6 in a series of things like this. This was the first week where we did a little Q&A and opened it up, but the other sessions are just jam-packed with all types of stuff that like what we're talking about now and more. Yeah,
Got it.
Justin has it
Okay.
on his YouTube page.
Perfect. Thank you, guys. Okay.
Get it, let's get it. We're trying to help some people out. Trying to give people life and life more abundantly. But honestly, like that's the problem on social media, is that the reason why you guys can hear me all right?
Yes.
But the reason why, like, I feel like, you know, social media is so hard for people is because, and this isn't, Darcel, please do not take this is not for you, but like this is just my own observation, right? I feel like people don't like social media because they don't like themselves, and they're not postable. They're not viral content material. You know, like I have never, like, yeah, some of my content has went viral or whatever, but like, you know, I believe in the content, right? So I don't need anybody to verify it, right? And I think that's the problem, is like self-confidence, you know, just a lot of different barriers that all of us face, right? But that's why
And really intentional about these meetings, because it has to happen. People need to hear the, you know, the branding gospel, so to speak, right? Because everybody, like Josh said, everybody has a personal brand. Like it's that vision, that idea, that thing, right? Just Bless Media was an Instagram account before it was an LLC. You know what I mean? But then it's like, you got to get around the right people to learn how to do things the right way, because, you know, doing things the old way can only last for so long, you know?
Marketing and image is everything for a real estate agent, even before social media, but it's like undeniable now with social media. Your social media profiles are your storefront, and if your storefront looks closed, people aren't going to do business with you. They gotta go onto your social media profiles and see you getting busy. You're already doing the work anyway. You might as well document it. And the sooner you realize that it's just part of your job, the better, you know. So it's a necessary evil. I mean, you can't have like coffee and conversations with 5,000 people per day, but 5,000 people per day can see what you're up to, and they can know that you're, you know, getting busy in real estate without having to, you know, individually tell folks. And there's going to be people that follow you that don't need you right now, but you stay consistent, you're going to be the first one that they call when they do need you. And when they do finally meet you, they'll feel like they already know you based on your social media activity. So it's all worthwhile. It might not feel like it initially, but once you start getting more and more people reaching out to you saying, I'm ready, or, you know, I'm looking to see some homes, I need to get pre-qualified, I'm tired of renting, and these you know, messages start getting more and more regular, then it's just going to become, you know, a big part of your business model, and you'll wish you started sooner. Yeah.
Josh, you want to hear something crazy on that note? Right. So yesterday there was we had like a picnic with our church, little church in the park type of situation. You know, I had little Jeremiah out there. Yo, I swear he's gonna be a basketball player or something, because he just kept running to the courts. And I'm like, yo, what the heck? And but yeah, so I'm just minding my business. Like I'm minding my business, but you guys can't see it because my phone's on it. But basically, hold on, you guys can if I do this. Boom. You can see me? Boom. So yeah, I was on post as usual. I was on post, y'all, like this. And all I hear is content creator. And I'm like, yo. And guess who it was, Josh? It was our good friend from the last women's event, Sierra. She does the content for quality. So
Yeah, she lives right on the corner of where we were at. So it was pretty cool. I was like, yo, this is what I live for, baby. We networking in real time. But it was cool because like, you know, I was with my church and, you know, I think everybody deals with that at some capacity of like people from their past. People from your past don't have to be negative or bad. Your past before business, right? Like whatever you did prior to business, we all did things, right? But you know, for them to be able to see me in that light, it was special because it's like, you know, what you practice in private is what you'll get praised for in public. You know, so me and Josh aren't on here because, you know, we're trying to, you know, do anything. It's because we're already doing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we want to provide extreme value. And I see Crystal Melendez on the yo. Man, seriously, everybody, I want to introduce you to Crystal. Crystal is the plug. She's also a fellow real estate agent, but like, I love the way she promotes her business, the way she markets her business, the way she talks about her client interactions. And that's what I think, Josh, a lot of people don't realize is that their good heart, their genuine spirit is actually lead gen times 10. You know, if you filter it the right way and structure it properly. So
you can't do one without the other. You can't just be heavy on social media and not be a real person and be successful. It's got to be both. You know what I mean? You got to have compassion. You got to be out there. Your social media profiles is just the social proof. It's just your digital resume, but you got to really still be a real person. So I don't know if I ever met Crystal, but hope to see you out at an event soon.
Crystal, are you with us? Yeah. You probably listening. She probably on the job. That's the thing. I'm not going to put her on blast, but she recently just got a really heavy promotion within her career. I'm not going to, unless she wants to talk about it, but I just want to congratulate you, Crystal, because that's amazing if you're listening, and really excited for you. And especially with, you know, your business, right? Is like you, when I came in, you were one of the first people that actually sat down with me, you know, gave me the time, you were present with me, and you didn't want anything from me. So I'll never forget you for that. And I appreciate you. Yo, Crystal in the house.
I'm sorry, I was in a call. I'm sorry.
I know.
All I heard was
week.
like, Crystal. And I was like, oh shit, let me go.
Yeah, nobody's safe with me. But yeah, thanks for popping on, honestly. Like you know, this was nothing formal. It was week 5, building a team, scaling your brand. We wanted to kind of just touch a couple things, but open it up. But me, I'm just like, what I'm doing is just like connecting all the dots, right? So even today, it was just nothing but a dot connection, right? This, you know, because it's like all these different things. But you know, I know that me and you've been in contact, like, you know, you have some ideas, you want some help, you want to, you know, because you already are legit, you already are a top producer, you already are a professional, right? Like we get all that, everybody gets that, right? But it's taking it to that next level. And I think kind of what Josh touched on today was even something now I'm thinking about is like, you know, always having that next thing, that next place to bring people, that next event to leverage, you know. And I think a lot of realtors, that's where they could, you know, probably, you know, increase their deal flow right away if they just did one, you know. And it's just because now, like on the marketing side, it's all about like, you know, the business development, the leads, the new, you know, areas of opportunity and stuff. But it all starts right here with who we are, you know what I'm saying? And how we present ourselves, But anyways, I don't want to get into all that. I want to say, because I didn't want to put you on blast and say, you know, your job, but I know you recently just got a promotion. And I wanted to congratulate you. You on the network, baby. Nobody's safe. We networking in real time. So,
don't worry. They see me out there. They see me everywhere anyway.
but congratulations. And even when we were talking, you were giving me and my wife $1 million worth of game. I wanted to know if, since while we're here, we could kill 2 birds with 1 stone and just give us a brief synopsis of who you are and the type of clients you serve and how you help them.
Um,
So
5
who
minutes
I
or
am,
less.
who I am. Does that mean like my personal life, who I am, or just like real estate, who I am?
So that's what we're actually connecting. We're connecting all of that though, right? Because Josh,
So-
I feel like you can give a little explanation better. So go ahead, real quick though. Break her off. What's the difference between the personal life and the business life? Like,
Me?
how do you connect that on social media?
Yeah, I think it goes hand in hand. Your morals translates from your personal life to your business life. Your network in your personal life translates to clients. And like Janice was saying, it doesn't have to be segmented. It doesn't have to be a time block for business and a time block for personal. If you go about it all in the same direction, multiple lanes going in the same direction, nothing leading you sideways, you're going to get places. So yeah, I think it's important to have them, just both intertwined and keeping the right mindset about what you think about, you bring about in your personal life, having your personal goals and your business goals and working, in sync with both.
That's kind of deep. Does that help, Crystal?
Yes. So
Uh,
let's just start off by saying I am insane. Okay. So
She is though.
I am like everybody told me, I'm just the Energizer Bunny. There's no personal or business life when it comes to me. There's just one. And I told Justin this. I said, don't try to make a schedule when you're doing this and every day that same time it's gonna happen. It's not. There's going to be clients who's gonna want you at 7 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I mean, if you're up, right? You wanna I'm known and I want to be known in my pretty much in my real estate career as the person to go to. And that's what I told Justin. I'm the person to go to. I don't stop learning and I know a little bit about everything. If I
Real
don't,
quick, Crystal, I feel like you're the person to go to because of like you help your clients make money. And right.
Yes.
And that's where like me as a realtor coming in, I was trying to help clients buy homes. And it's a different strategy, I feel like.
yeah, I'm the person to go to, but I'm also not the person you're going to continue to go to all the time. So like, I'll make sure that you're asking me a question, you know the answer, and I'm going to show you how to get the answer by yourself from that day moving forward. Example for flips, I deal with a lot of cash buyers. So flipping conventional loans numbers, those type of little issues, kitchen, bathrooms kind of numbers. I explain to them how to calculate it for the future. So I don't want to sit at every single house that we see and I'm going to go and run down everything again. I'm like, no, I'm going to show you how to do it this time and I'll write it down for you. And then from now on, you're going to do your own numbers, So, but I do a little bit of everything. I do law enforcement, so I know city limits, zonings, I'm cool with, I got people from Illinois, and then on top of that, they're like, well, I got a violation. All right, send it over to me. I literally just go on Google and just Google the violation and I know what I'm talking about.
$1 million worth of game right there, y'all. $1 million worth of game.
I had a client who told me like, I have a couple of violations. I need to know what this is about. No problem. Send it to me. She sent me a screenshot of it. I went on Google, Illinois, Eclipse, searched the property, explain everything to her. She was like, oh my God, thank you so much. You're the best. But yeah, I'm just the person to go to when it comes to it. And if I don't have the answer, I don't try to lie to my clients. I just find whoever has the answer. That's all it is. Just be honest, transparent. That's my motto pretty much.
And resourceful. That's
Resourceful, yeah.
She's just the person to go to, period. And
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to be.
And that's what I was trying to tell my wife is like, it's gonna take time because you're gonna find your niche, but you just gotta be like all things real estate and help some people. You know what I mean?
It fits everyone. Like for me, it's a bit different because I don't have my niche. I'm Spanish, and in my culture, we don't know credit. We don't know home buying process. So that's kind of my niche. Yeah, I specialize in low income. I like it, but that doesn't mean I don't get my hands dirty on everything else. I'm not focused on just that. I do everything. And if I don't, we're going to figure it out together,
but
Yeah.
I don't say no to opportunities. I'm
Mm.
always willing to grow. I'm always willing to do more. Like right now, I'm just pay for the courses to start a loan officer, you know?
Oh, realtors become LOs, bro. Let's get it.
You know, I have like 4 jobs. I'm also a lead inspector, you know? So
Yo, you're
I'm
like
always,
the definition of keeping it like in-house though, because
yeah,
you can just do everything yourself. Crystal can do everything herself.
and I'm always, you know, I'm always willing to, you know, share the wealth when it comes to it. Like I have my girl Alicia, she does my showings, you know? So I always try to bring everybody together. I always say there's always money for everyone. You just have to know how to share it. Everybody will be happy. Everybody help each other. We'll create an empire.
Yo, and that's honestly, I'm so glad you came on, Crystal. Like, because if anything, we got 10 minutes left. I respect everybody's time here. That's why we are here, because we all have busy schedules. We're all doing amazing things. But this is a time that I really want, like, for people to start knowing that, like, yeah, of course they could get game, but in these curated situations, they could come and they have a voice and, you know, they could share some of their experiences. But that, what you just said, is like the overall, like, when building a team, like, everybody can eat. You know, it's just being able to then, you know, kind of like, and Josh, we didn't even get into a lot of it, like some of the different things we were going to talk about today. But I really I think we got a lot of good stuff going on today. And Crystal, just give me your take on delegation, right? Have you always been like somebody that is good at delegating tasks? Or do you have like any strategies for delegating tasks effectively?
So I am going to be very honest. I am a control freak. Okay. And that's probably why I'm like so focused and I don't pay attention and I don't have a social life because I'm just focused on my things. I am learning to delegate. It's hard because nobody's going to love the things you do, but you, nobody's going to be passionate as you.
Yeah.
So, you know, and your image and your brand is one thing that could be shattered in seconds, you know, so it's something that I really, really, really protect. I start small. I'm starting small to delegate because clearly I can't do everything at once, even though I tried. I got my son
Really?
working now too. I got my 11-year-old working. That's how. But yeah, I don't like delegate is definitely a awesome tool to have if you know how to use it. I'm still working on that. Still working through that and working on that. Trying to be better. But I'm so very protective of my brand. Like I go anywhere at this point and some people and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I know who you are. I seen your videos." I had a guy from California call me and he's like, "I just hashtag Philly Realtor and I saw your video and I like the property you have." I was like, okay.
See?
You know, so it's something that I really, really, really protect right now.
See, Josh, that's exactly what we've been talking about, is like, cause somebody pulled up on me yesterday at the park, content creator, yo, and I'm like, yo, I love you, what's up? But
Yeah, it's a good feeling, definitely a good feeling. And I just wanted to say real quick, you said something about social media and people being scared. People give up too easy. And that's the problem. Social media is not, we're not Instagram models. We don't have to show it off and get 100 likes, 1,000 followers the next day. We don't have that capacity, at least not me. So we just have to pretty much give value and continue to give value. Even if nobody's listening or nobody's seeing it, eventually they will. So that's something I learned throughout the time, because I always used to be like, oh man, like, you know, you post something about a house and you have like 3 likes, but you never know who's looking. And you only need to have that one right person to see it. That's all it takes, that one right person.
Exactly.
So that's my advice when it comes to social media. That's all.
Well, you came in and you just basically slam dunked everything we've been saying. So we appreciate that. You know what I mean? It just proves that social media is, you know, it's not an option at this point. And if you are struggling in your business, then this could actually be the game changer, you know? So real quick, Josh, I know your time is really valuable and I appreciate you just riding out and just, you know, flowing with what we were doing today. We changed up the agenda, but just real quick, some strategies on being able to delegate tasks. I got Myra on here. I'm sure she would love it if I would learn how to delegate better, right? So go ahead, bust it down.
There's a step before and after delegating. That's been my motto and New Year's resolution for a few years now. Automate, delegate, regulate. First, you got to automate the systems, get it all written out. Think about what you do to get that task done, outline it so that it's duplicatable, delegate it to the right person, and give permission to be imperfect. It's not going to be you. It's not going to be 100% on point, but if it's 95, that's still A or A plus. And you can not micromanage and nitpick every step of the way, but at the end of that week or at the end of that month, look at the things that you've observed about the processes that you've delegated, tell that person or that resource what you did well and what you could do better at, and then watch it get better as you go along, but it's not going to be perfect right off the bat. Automate, delegate, and regulate. Now, once you got everything all delegated to the right people and you're working the processes and the kinks out, it's up to you just to regulate and then, be the supervisor and, keep track of what's going on and then find ways to delegate more. If you are doing something that's not income, generating activity, or it's administrative or mundane and it can be delegated, actively, look at your to-do list and say, what can I delegate? What do I have a system in place for already? What's duplicatable? And you'll just buy back more of your time. You might spend money to delegate these things. You might make a little less money on those things, but you'll have a lot more time and a lot less stress. And what I'm getting from what Crystal is saying is 10% of 10 things at the end of the day is 100%. So you don't need to, have full control over every single aspect of your business model. And we say it all the time, multiple lanes going in the same direction. And it sounds like Crystal has a great business model going, and it is hard to delegate things initially, especially being, I'm a control freak myself, but when you give people the, opportunity and the permission not to be perfect and make it so that it's duplicatable. You don't want to rethink how to train somebody to do this. It's already a system and process in place in a Word document somewhere where when that person moves on or drops out, you can relatively quickly get somebody picked up back to speed, because we're in this for the long run. It's not like we're going to be multimillionaires by 2024 unless we hit the lottery. So it's going to be like a duplicatable thing every single year. Working on getting those systems and practices in place and building the right team, and understanding your team right now isn't going to be your team forever. And there's always opportunities to level up your team and, grow organically.
Absolutely. Thank you for that.
Of course.
And real quick, if you could, just before we end, scaling your brand through strategic partnerships, collaborations, and expansion into new markets. That's something now I feel like it's a area or topic I can speak on because I'm experiencing it, but I've learned it from you, Josh. So just a quick run through.
Just leverage your current relationships, leverage your current connections. All these top producing real estate agents on the front cover of my magazine back here didn't know me from a can of paint a few years ago, but by building on the relationships with each one of them and letting their peers see what I'm up to, it got me to where I am today, a relatively household name in Philly real estate, and just dig deep into hyper local market here. It goes the same for your clients. If your client is a doctor and you did right by that doctor, doctors know doctors, other doctors are going to want to do business with you, athletes, celebrities. And you don't have to, be closing 50 deals per year. You could close 5 deals per year and look at those 5 clients and think about how you could build off of those 5 clients and tap into their networks and get those testimonials and snap those selfies and do those throwback Thursdays and flashback Fridays of the closing, even if you're recycling, stuff that you did with
Purposing, baby, come on.
Repurpose all that content. And just build it out organically, leveraging people in your circle.
Man, One more minute, bro. One more. Oh no, it's up. It's over. It's a wrap. Yo, seriously, thank you, Josh. And last week we said it and we did it. And that's the thing of like that I'm learning is like, success is about execution. It's not about talk. It's not about ideas. And you're not unsuccessful if you have an idea and you execute on it and not a lot of people come or there's not a huge response, right? Like that doesn't mean you're unsuccessful. You're unsuccessful when you just don't do it, right? So even today, right? Like this went out to almost 160 people maybe. But the small amount that's here is who's supposed to be here and who, we need to connect and figure things out together and continue to do what we're doing. And the others will come and then, we'll have something valuable to give them. And in the meantime, we'll all have valuable content, right? And that's the goal, is to build that brand. Because I don't know about you, but I just want to become famous, guys. Like, that's it. Like, and then I'm just gonna launch a product or something. I don't
There
know.
you go. There you go.
No, I was just playing. But
Then pick up a Wawa or something after that, and then you call it a day.
exactly. But we got Beth on here as well. I'm gonna pin you on here and just say hi, Beth, and then bye, Beth. I know you guys probably got another meeting or something to do. But Beth, thank you. You've been instrumental in my walk, in my career so far, because you've always just paid attention to the things that I did, and then just being able to work alongside you and just, collaborate, right? It's like, you get it, right? You've got it from day one, man. It's not about becoming a professional videographer or anything remotely close. It's learning how to leverage this and have unlimited content to pull from at all times, right? And to be able to build a platform takes content. So, maybe you guys don't want to build YouTube or maybe you just want leads now, but eventually you'll understand what a media company actually does. And, Josh does this in real time with a real magazine. And then now I'm doing it digitally, basically, with YouTube, right? So it's like, that's, everybody wants to find new lanes, but nobody ever wants to get into the media business. Hello, say, but yeah, man, I appreciate everyone that came on here. And Rachel, Myra, thank you for pivoting with me last minute. And as well as Darcel, thank you so much for hopping on. Darcel, you are amazing. Just keep learning, keep being hungry, keep growing, and we're here for you every step of the way. But
thank you guys. Had a great time. Learned a lot. I'm motivated. Crystal, Josh, Justin, y'all motivated me. I'm about to go sell a house right now.
let's get it. Yo, you just got me hyped. Come on. Let's get
Listen,
it.
don't give up. Don't give up. That's all it is. Don't give up. You keep trying.
Thank you guys.
And
This was
Darcel, like,
great.
lean on Crystal if you ever need. Like,
Absolutely.
she was one of the first people that ever helped me out. But and that's the point of this, right? To get everybody acquainted with each other so that way you don't feel alone out here.
Right.
But this was week 5 of visibility plus credibility equals profitability, helping all of you build a profitable personal brand. So today we talked about building and scaling a team, and my team joined me, and Josh Buchter killed it, dropped the mic. And we had Tom Patterson on, we had Janice Benstock, we had Crystal Melendez, we had Darcel Grant, and also Vendela Bonner, like, nothing but superstars. But listen, that's it for now, y'all. Catch y'all next time. Peace.
Yeah.